everyone. Yay, yay, yay. Nice to see all these faces. Let's take a moment together right now and just get in touch with our breath. Everyone lift your arms up to the sky. Inhale. Stretch up tall. Imagine yourself just stretching out to the stars. And then exhale, bring your arms down, blow it out. I want you all to just give yourself a great big hug right now. Just give yourself so much love for being here. Feel that big hug that you deserve right here, right now. And take a big deep breath into that hug. Hold the breath, squeeze a little tighter. Full and exhale it all out. Beautiful. Awesome. So nice to see you all today. I would love to hear where you are in the world. Where are you coming in from? Head on over to the chat area and let me know where you're coming in from in the world. Beautiful. We've got Canada, Dallas, Ontario, Sydney, Melbourne, Quebec, Ohio, Arizona, North Carolina, New York. Oh my God, so many amazing places all around the world. Newcastle, Washington, Sydney. Wherever you are, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are so loved. You are celebrated. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for bringing your hearts here today. Today we have a really, really special session for everyone, which I'm so excited to bring, because we are all here bringing transformation into our lives and into the lives of others. And one of those things that we all are working through, whether we realize it or not, is death. It's letting go. And it's about allowing ourselves to surrender so much that we can allow a greater intelligence, the unknown, to come into our life and to create transformation in our life or in our clients' lives. So before we get started, I would love to hear from you all. Who here is in the healing arts, transformation? Who here does any type of coaching, mentoring, or is in their own healing journey? I would love to hear what you're up to in terms of your healing world and what kind of work you might be doing in the world as well. All right, we've got Reiki, life coach, healing and coaching business, beautiful spiritual healing, chaplain, healing journey, shadow aspects, behavioral health, Reiki, coaching, Pilates, yoga. Loving being surrounded by all of these amazing healers and coaches. So beautiful, doing great work on the planet. Cancer patients, coaching, Reiki, meditation, hypnotherapy, Dream Awake Tapping. Go Kirsty. It's one of our certification students in there. Healer and nurturer, certification training as well. Beautiful. So, so special. And then I would love to also hear from you in the chat area. Tonight, we're going to go through a tapping session to discover how to really do a deep let go process, to actually how to have a conscious death while being alive. And one of the things that we actually go into in our certification program, which opens up in a few months, is the death process, but connected specifically to people that may even have suicidal tendencies. And so that's a really high level of trauma that might be coming to the surface, and how to work with these kinds of cases. And when we can get really in touch with it inside our own body, inside our own energy system, and get really comfortable with it, then we can show up for our clients as well as they go through these massive struggles, as they go through these massive invitations to have a transformation in their life. And I think a lot of the time when a client does come to us with something really intense, it can sometimes make us scared. Like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to point them in the wrong direction. And so tonight you're going to get comfortable with some of these deeper pieces of death, so that when people come into your experience, that you can hold space no matter what is coming up for them. And I'm going to show you a very simple process that you can move through to really support people through those transformations. So I'm going to go ahead right now and share my screen on a document that I have. Okay, so this is really simple. I just popped this together just to help you understand the process that we're going to go through tonight. I'm also going to update it and send it to you all later on in the next 48 hours. So you'll have it and you can pair this with the session and you can use it again as you wish. So 4 steps to letting go. The first step is really acknowledging the struggle. So as you allow yourself to support yourself or someone else through a death experience, you want to acknowledge the identity that is holding on to a perspective, a struggle, or a limited way of being. So much of the time, the reason why we can't let go is because we have an identity that's telling us it needs to be this way, or it's always been this way, and therefore I can't move forward because this is how it's supposed to be. And the tapping phrase that you can use with this is, even though I'm struggling with, and you would insert the challenge, I love and accept myself. So you start by bringing that acknowledgement, you start by bringing that love and acceptance into whatever the identity is. And the death, the ego death, especially if it's happening in this life, is really, it's a death of the identity that we once knew. So what we're going to do is we're going to acknowledge the old identity rather than trying to push ourselves or push our clients into the new thing. We acknowledge where they've been and how it served them. Then we move into bringing love and acceptance to the current identity. So the identity that you are holding on to has a selection of beliefs, emotional patterns, and perspectives on reality. In order to let them go, each aspect of the identity must be held in that love and acceptance. So you might say something like, even though I've been thinking or feeling, and you would insert what that is, I'm open to finally letting this go now. So often when we have that identity will try to protect itself from the death process. And that will be through those beliefs and through those emotional patterns. So we're going to just bring love and acceptance to them. And then after they've been given a lot of love and acceptance, we're going to consciously choose to let go of the old identity. So we're going to breathe into letting this old way go. And you'll say something along the lines of, it is safe to finally let this go. And this is the important step. This is the death process. So when you are leaving your body, when you are exiting this dimension, this is the letting go piece that actually happens, where you let go of the emotions, you let go of the protection, you let go of the struggle, you let go of the identity, but you can do it while you're alive. You can do it consciously through tapping, and that will then allow us to step into that new identity, a new incarnation, a new life, a new reality. So now that the old identity gets released, you get to choose a new way of being that will be so much easier. So you would say something like, I gratefully step into, and you would identify what the new identity is, what the new intention is, and trust this new life. So this is the 4-step process. And you might look at this, and if you are from a traditional coaching background, it might say, okay, yeah, I can follow these 4 steps. But where tapping really comes in is it regulates the nervous system while you're actually moving through these 4 steps. Because a lot of the time, sometimes in traditional talk therapy and other coaching methodologies, you can understand in your conscious mind, oh, I can let go. Oh, I should choose this new identity. It makes logical sense. But if you're not processing those emotions that we spoke about through holding all of that tension in love and acceptance, then it's just going to be something that you understand in the mind, which is why tapping is so powerful, because it's going to help relax the whole nervous system so the nervous system can catch up to the new identity as well. So the new beliefs that are getting signaled by the mind can also inform the body, can inform the emotional system, and then ultimately create the change and then magnetize the change that is actually being called into reality. So the beautiful thing about what we're going to do tonight is we're actually going to experience it for ourselves. We're going to choose something that we are ready to let die, something in our life that we're ready to let go of, that is not serving us, something that we've been struggling with. And I want to thank you all for writing in. I know many of you wrote into the email, and thank you for letting me know what you're working on. We have all been through a couple of years of pretty intense struggle with everything that's been happening, that happened with COVID and the world shutting down and jobs, people losing their jobs. And there was a lot that happened in that time. And some of us are still recovering from that. And some of us are still struggling with some of the repercussions that happen with that. And many of us have been through a lot in the past couple of years. So this is going to just help us clear out any of that final stuff that's been holding us back. And I know that a lot of you had scarcity stuff come up, some money stuff come up as well. So we're going to clear it. Whatever you want to let go of, you get to let go of tonight. And we're going to do this 4-step process. You're going to see how it works. At the end of the session, we're going to do some feedback. We're going to discover what everyone learned tonight. And then you will get this as a replay as well. So you can redo it again. You can practice it in your life with your clients. You can practice those phrases and you can take yourself through that process whenever something comes up. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. So what we're going to do, hi, Jerry. Nice to see you. Wow. It's been a while. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you to turn off anything that might distract you over this next hour, because this is your time. This is for you to drop in deep into your own process. So turn off any phone distractions, turn off anything that might buzz on your computer, close the door, grab some tissues. You never know, there might be some tears. And then also you might grab a water and a journal if you want to write down any notes that come up during the session. Okay, beautiful. So to start with, we're just going to do a little bit of an intention setting, and then we're going to head straight into the actual session. So let's just ground in. And finding yourself seated in a comfortable position. And just arriving to this space right now, this moment in time where you are feeling all of your energy in your own body right now, letting go of the day, just arriving in this sacred space. Feeling yourself in a beautiful bowl right now, a bowl of energy. Feeling yourself being held right now in this ball of energy. Knowing that you are safe, that this is a moment for you to be present with yourself and your life. And anything that you've been struggling with in your life, anything that's been coming up within your journey, any part of you that is not sure if you can fully let go, any part of you that's been struggling to let go. And we're just going to bring our hands up on a 45-degree angle. And we're just going to do a simple breath of fire. Poke the thumbs so they're facing towards the center of the circle around your body. And we're just going to do a little breath of fire. We're going to first just stick our tongues out and breathe through the mouth like this, like you're panting. Okay, and keep that panting going. And now continue that breath through the nose. Really clearing that breath. We're clearing the auric field right now so that we can really cast our spell, set our intention. We're going to do this for 20 more seconds. Really move that breath. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Inhale, hold the breath. Bring your thumbs together above your head. Shoot your fingers up to the sky. Keep the breath held. Take a little bit more of a sip of breath in. Hold that breath and then exhale. Bring your hands down to either side of your body. Blow the breath out through the mouth. Closing your eyes for a moment, resting your hands on your lap or on your knees, feeling that alignment of your spine. And it's in this moment that we call in honesty. Honesty with our life. We call in absolute honesty and truth with ourselves right now. That we may be so honest, so radically honest in this moment, that we see clearly what no longer serves us. That we are ready to let go of. That we may trust this clarity so fully right now that's coming in. And then just go ahead and feel what it is that you are ready to let go of. And if it's something different, or if you want to add anything into the chat around what's coming through right now, around what you're ready to let go of, go ahead and write that in the chat. And we're going to start now by massaging underneath the collarbone. And I want you to tune into that piece that you're ready to let go of. Or that you desire to let go of, but maybe you're not ready yet. That piece that just popped into your mind right now. And if you're saying letting go of anything that doesn't serve me, I want you to get really specific right now on what it is that you want to let go of. The more specific you are, the easier it's going to be to let go of. So really tune into something specific that you're ready to let go of in your life. And if you can't fully pinpoint it, see what's happening in your life. What kind of challenge is happening in your life right now? And that is the thing you're going to let go of. That kind of challenge. So tuning into that challenge right now, tuning into that block, tuning into that thing you want to let go of. And giving yourself permission right now to feel into that thing you've been holding on to, you've been struggling with, you've been trying to protect, you've been stagnating, you've been holding yourself back, you've been defending around it, all of that struggle around that thing. And I want you to tune into how hard it's been to let go of, or all of the doubt around letting it go, or the concern or the desire or the fear that's coming up around it. Tapping the center of the chest. And I want you to tune into how intense the struggle with letting this go has been, the fears around letting it go, and anything you're carrying around it. I want you to tune into the intensity of it. And the doubt and the fear of letting it go, and what might happen or what might not happen. and if you're going to be okay. And tune into that struggle. And on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense has that struggle been to you when it's most intense? 10 being it's really intense, 0 being I'm completely free. So go ahead and write that number into the chat right now. Okay, a lot of 10s and 9s, 12, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 7, 15, okay. So beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to let the chat rest. Occasionally, I'm going to ask you to speak out loud or to say what you're feeling. I want you to say it out loud and not put it in the chat unless I ask you. That way you're staying with the process, okay? All right, so as you tune into this piece that's hard to let go of, this fear that's coming up, I want you to say what it is out loud. I'm really struggling with, and it's hard to let go. And say, I want you to go on a little rant around what it is you're struggling to let go of, the thing that you're having a lot of fear around. I'm really struggling with. And part of me doesn't want to let go. Tapping the front of the ribs. Part of me does want to let go. Tapping the side of the ribs. Part of me doesn't want to let go. This has been really hard for me. I've been really afraid of, and tell me what you're afraid of. Tapping the side of the wrist, and it's totally understandable. You wouldn't believe what's been happening. Tapping the side of the thumb. You wouldn't believe how hard this has been for me. I don't know who I am if I let this go. Tapping the next finger. I love and deeply accept myself. Exactly as I am. Even though I'm really afraid right now. Tapping the middle finger. And what is the top limiting emotion that you've been having around this? I've been feeling really, tell me what you've been feeling about this whole thing. I've been feeling really. And just stay with me. Don't go onto the chat. Just speak it out loud right now. Tapping underneath the next finger. And I've been thinking, what have you been thinking? Saying it out loud, not writing it in the chat. I want you to say this out loud. Stay with the process. I've been thinking. Tell me what that is out loud. Tapping the inside of the little finger. And this has been really hard to get through. I'm holding on. It's hard to let go. Part of me doesn't know what to do. Tapping the side of the hand. And I love and accept myself. Even though I don't know what to do. Even though I feel really stuck here. Just feel into any feelings of stuckness, any feelings of not knowing how to get out of it. And just lean into that. Take a big, deep breath into it. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the top of the head. I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping between the brows. And this is a really hard transition for me. I'm really afraid of this transition. Tapping the temples. I don't know if I'll survive it. I don't know if I'm strong enough. I don't know if I can do it. I'm so scared and worried about it. Tapping the cheeks. I'm afraid that. What are you afraid of happening? I'm afraid that. Just tune into that fear right now. Feel into that dissolving of an identity and the fear of not knowing what will happen, or if you'll be okay, if you'll be safe, if you'll be loved, if you'll be held, if you'll be okay. Take a long, slow, deep breath into that fear. Hold it in love. Hold it in compassion. Hold it in your care right now. Big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping underneath the nose. I love and deeply accept myself. And I forgive myself for struggling to let go. I forgive myself for struggling to let this go. And just send yourself some forgiveness now. Send yourself some forgiveness for how hard it has been to fully open up your palm to the universe and say, I open. Take a big, deep breath in. Hold it in love and forgiveness. Beautiful. Tapping underneath the lips. I love and accept myself, even in this struggle. I accept myself in the struggle. And just accept that there's been a struggle there. Accept that there is a struggle. And just hold it in acceptance. Don't try to label it as wrong. Don't try to push it away. Don't try to force it to change. Just accept the struggle of it right now. Hold it in deep acceptance. Feel it up with so much acceptance right now. Take a big, deep breath. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the center of the chest. All of this struggle with letting go makes me think what? What have you been thinking? And go ahead and write that into the chat area. What is a limiting thought that's been coming up for you as you've struggled with this let go? I've been thinking it's not possible to let go. That I'll be a failure. I'm worthless. I lack control. That I will lose. That I will never change. That I'm stuck. I'm tired. alone, not worthy, it can't happen. I lost my opportunity. Abandoned, not good enough. I'm unable to break through. I'll fail. I've been thinking, and tell me what you've been thinking. Say it out loud now. Coming back to tapping now. And then take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the front of the ribs, even though I've been thinking. And just tell me what that thought is out loud. And I've been thinking that for a long time. Tapping the side of the ribs. Now I want you to tune into this thought that you've been having. And I want you to trace this thought back to the earliest memory you have of thinking that same thought and feeling a similar way with that thought. So if you are going through a major life transition right now, if you are going through any type of change, that thought is connected to an earlier trauma, an earlier memory. When was the earliest memory that comes into your mind of thinking and feeling a similar way? This reminds me of, and just say it out loud right now. Tapping the side of the wrist. This reminds me of, tell me what that is. For some people that are working with death itself, your earliest memory may actually be birth, because birth is very similar to death in that when you come out of the womb, you are basically becoming a whole new identity. And that, as a child, can be the biggest metamorphosis. And everything after that, every chapter that we go through in our life is a version of that same birth that we had. So tuning into whatever memory is there for you. And let's look at this right now. Tapping the side of the thumb. This reminds me of, and tell me the earliest memory that pops into your mind. And many of us have numbed out memories, so you may not be able to go all the way back to something. So whatever it is that jumps into your mind right now is the thing you're going to focus on. Tapping the next finger. This reminds me of, tell me out loud. I was, how old were you when that was happening? Tapping the next finger. What was taking place in that memory? I want you to speak it out loud. What was taking place? And was there anyone else involved in that situation? Just name the people, the places, go on a little rant, tell me who else was involved, what was taking place. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. And the worst part about that memory was what? What was the worst part of that memory? The worst part was that's when I started feeling what? What did you start feeling when that worst part happened? That made me feel what? Say it out loud. Tapping the inside of the little finger. And I started believing what? What did you start believing in that moment? Tapping the side of the hand. I started believing. Tell me what that is. And I've been believing that ever since. I've been believing, just stay with the tapping right now. And that's been holding me back ever since. Tapping the top of the head and just feel into that worst part of that memory right now. Really go into it. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to tune into that worst part of that memory right now. And as you tune into that worst part of that memory, and as you tune into how uncomfortable that was, I want you to feel it in your body in that moment. What was happening in your body? What was happening on your body, in your body? How did it feel? And I want you to get uncomfortable with it right now. Let it be uncomfortable. What texture did it feel like in your body? Was it hard? Was it prickly? Was it oozing? Was it festering? Was it metallic? Was it sticky? What did it feel like in your body when that was happening? Was it jarring? What did it feel like? Really tune into that right now. Close your eyes. Imagine it as if it's happening right now. Close your eyes. Tune into it. Magnify the discomfort right now. Let yourself feel all of that discomfort right now. Intensify the discomfort of that. Where is it in your body? Is it all over your body? Is it in a certain organ? Is it in a certain part of the body? Where is it in the body? Feel it all where it is, right there. Intensify it by 50%. Really let it be uncomfortable just for a moment. Let all of that discomfort right there, intensify it by 75%. Intensify it by 100%. Let it be really uncomfortable right there. Hold it in all this love right now. Imagine that the universe is holding you in love as you feel the discomfort. Imagine that the universe is holding you in so much love as you go into that discomfort right now. Take a long, deep breath into the discomfort and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping between the brows. Take another big, deep breath and fill all of that body up with love right now. Fill it with compassion, infinite compassion of the whole universe for all of that trauma, all of that pain, all of that fear that came up, all of that loneliness, all of that separation, all of that not knowing, all of that intensity. Feel it right now. Feel the universe compassionately loving you. Take a long, deep breath into that compassion now. Feel the soft, warm compassion. Take a big, deep breath. Release a big sigh. Tapping the temples. I'm receiving the compassion I needed back then. Say that out loud. I'm receiving the soft, warm compassion I needed then. Feel that soft, warm compassion in those places of tightness, those places of contraction in your body. Feel that warmth, that love holding you right now, right there with you. This is the consciousness of love holding it there. Take a long, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the cheeks. I love and deeply accept myself exactly as I am. Take another big deep breath into that space of contraction. Release a big sigh. Tapping underneath the nose. I forgive myself for being so scared. When what happened? Tell me what it was. I forgive myself for being so scared when what happened. Tapping underneath the lips. I'm still a good human being. I'm still worthy of love. And I'm giving myself the love I needed back then. Take a long, deep breath in. Hold that in love right now. Beautiful. Tapping the center of the chest. I'm really ready to look at this now, so that I can finally let it go. So that I can step into a new life. It's possible there's something better waiting for me. It's possible there is a divine plan. It's possible the universe wants to support me. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Possible there is a divine plan. And I am worthy of being supported. I am worthy of being held in this process. And I can trust this process. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the front of the ribs. Okay, so I want you to tune into that memory right now. I want you to tune into that most painful part where you started to shut down, where you didn't know if you could let go, where you started to doubt, where you started to think you weren't good enough, where you started to hold yourself back, where you lost your trust. And as you feel that right now, feel that space. What did that earlier version of you need in order to feel safe, loved, supported, empowered, connected, free, alive, trusting? What did you need in that situation that would have helped you have the trust, the connection, and the self-empowerment that you needed? Tapping the side of the ribs. I really needed, and just say it out loud what you needed. I really needed. Good. I really needed. Tell me again what you needed. Tapping the side of the wrist. I really needed. Tell me what that is. But I didn't get it. Tapping the side of the thumb. Instead, I got. Tell me what you got instead. Tapping the next finger. I really needed. What did you need that would have supported you in really stepping into something new? Something more vibrant, more loving, more wholesome. And then go ahead and write that in the chat area for me. I really needed, and just tell me what that is. And then tapping the next finger. I really needed acceptance. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I needed guidance. I needed strength, quality time, unconditional love, a big warm hug, safety. I needed my mother. I needed kindness and presence. I needed protection. I needed attention and love. Tapping the little finger. I needed guidance and security. Tapping the side of the hand. I needed stability. I needed support. I needed safety. I needed to be told that I mattered. I needed acknowledgement for my hard work. I needed inclusion. I really needed, and say yours out loud. I really needed, say what that is. Tapping the top of the head. I really needed, say it again. I really need it. I want you to voice it from the depths of your being right now. I want you to voice it. If you need to scream it out loud, I want you to voice it in a way that you needed to voice it back then. I want you to voice it in a way that you didn't get to voice it back then. I need you to share it. I need you to connect to it. I need you to speak it with all of your intention right now for that moment that you didn't get to do it back then. I really needed, tell me what it is. Tapping between the brows. I really needed, tell me again what it is. I really needed, tell me again. I really needed, say again. Tapping the cheeks. And I was worthy of that. Underneath the nose. I was worthy of, tell me what you were worthy of. I was worthy of, tell me what it is. I was worthy of, tell me again. Saying it out loud right now, tapping underneath the lips. Let's come right now in. And I want you just to take a moment and just hold yourself like this and give yourself a gentle rock and just close your eyes and tune into this with me right now. I want you to tune into that moment that you weren't getting it. And I want you to hold yourself as if your mother's higher self is holding you right now. As if the mother that you always wish you had, or the mother that you know and love to be, is holding you right now, or the mother of the universe. Feel that mothering right now. Feel that mother energy holding you. And I want you to say out loud what you needed. I really needed, and just hold yourself in this. Give yourself a little bit more of a tight squeeze. Press your arms into your chest. Feel that pressure in your chest as you hold yourself. Take a long, deep breath in while you're holding that pressure on your chest with your arms, while you're holding that hug. Inhale into it. Hold the breath. breath. Exhale, let it all out. Oh, beautiful. Coming back to tapping on the chest. And I'm ready to receive this now. I'm ready to receive. Tell me what you're ready to receive in your life now. Okay, now I want you to take a moment to think into that earlier memory and that moment where you didn't get what you needed. And as you tune into that right now, I want you to imagine the suffering that you were going through. And now I want you to imagine your higher self in the corner of the frame. Your higher self has arrived to that memory now. Your higher self has stepped into that memory and they are filled with so much understanding and love. And I want you to see your higher self right now with all of their love, with all of their care. Walk over to you in that memory. And as you feel them get closer, you can feel this wisdom that they carry with them. You can feel this compassion and this depth that they carry with them, like they are connected to something more, connected to this infinite space. They are connected to the place where you first came from. Before you were a child, before you were a baby in the womb, this place that you came from. And you look over at them and you can see that in their eyes through their wisdom. And they come down and get on your level in that moment. And they're seeing you in that pain. They're seeing you in that struggle. The struggle of being human. Challenge of being human. And they just wrap their infinite love around you right now. And you feel it wrap around you like a million universes, holding you in so much expansive love, reminding you of who you truly are. You feel all of that spacious, loving embrace holding you in that moment. And take a long, slow, deep breath into that nourishing space right now. Release a big sigh. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm receiving this love from my higher self. I'm receiving the support I needed back then. I'm receiving the connection to wisdom that I needed. And feeling all of that wise, loving embrace of your higher self. Feel into any resistance to it. Any of like, can I really receive this? Can I really trust this? Is this even real? Is this even real? Breath into any struggle around fully accepting that infinite love that wants to come through your whole being Feel into anything in your body that's holding back right now. Like, I can't fully receive it. I'm not going to. I'm not trusting. I don't want to. It's too hard. Take a long, deep breath into that and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the side of the ribs. I'm ready to trust this kind of love now. And as you feel the compassion and the empathy of your higher self, seeing you in that moment in your human state, I want you to see them get down on your level right now and look at you in the eyes, tapping the side of the wrist. And as they gaze at you deeply into your eyes right now, feel and see what you're looking at right now. What are you looking at truly when you look at them in their eyes? Who is this higher being, higher self reflecting at you right now? What do they hold for you? Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the side of the thumb. And what do they want to say to you in this moment? What does your higher self want to tell you right now? My higher self is telling me, tell me that out loud, speak it out loud. My higher self is telling me. Tapping the next finger, my higher self is telling me. Okay, let's feel this right now. This is a message from your infinite, cosmic, loving, eternal, compassionate, wise self. Higher self is telling me what? Tell me what that is out loud. Speak it out loud. Feel into the moment of the bleep in time that I disappeared. And then reappeared. Feel into the bleep of time that allows you to disappear for a moment and reappear as something new. To know that there is a cosmic force moving through your life, and when you let go, you will reappear. Something new. And let this be a moment to remember that it is possible to let go for a moment and that you will be okay. I can let this go now. Just for a moment. Tapping the top of the head. I can let this go just for a moment. All right, give me a little thumbs up if you are ready to let this go now. Giving it a shot to see what happens. All right, okay. So I want you to tune in right now to any final holding on, any final protection, any final part of you that wants to fight it, that doesn't know if you'll be all right, doesn't know if you will appear on the other side of reality, doesn't know if you will get through it. I want you to tune into that part of you that's struggling to let go because you don't know who you'll be on the other side, that you don't know if you'll get through. I want you to tune into any part of you that just won't let go, that's holding on for dear life, that's living in the past, that's holding on, that's defending, that's doubting, staying in certain patterns just for comfort when you know there's so much more, or when there may be so much more. And feel into that holding right now. Feel into all of that holding, like I'm not going to let go. I can't let go. I won't let go. It's too hard. It's impossible. I won't make it through. Who will I be? I want you to feel all that holding right now, all that struggle. Lean into all of that tension, and I want you to feel all the tension in your body. I want you to stress it out in your body. Feel it in your facial muscles, feel it in all your muscles of your body. Tense your face, tense it all while you're tapping. Feel into that holding. Let it be really intense. I'm not going to let this go. Not never, not ever. I can't let it go. Not now. I don't want to. It's too hard. Take a big deep breath into that and then release a big sigh. Take another big deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Keep going. I want you to tap all over your body. Stimulate every part of your body right now and release a big sigh. I want you to shake your arms, shake your body. Take another big deep breath in, shake your head, shake it all out right now. We're shaking it off. Big deep breath, big sigh. Tap all over your body vigorously. Big deep breath, big sigh. One more big deep breath, big sigh. Coming back to tapping on the chest. It's possible. This is easier than I think. Let's say that out loud. It's possible. This is easier than I think. And again, it's possible. It's easier than I think. 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 It's possible. It's easier than I think it is. It's possible. It's easier than I think it is. Tapping the front of the ribs. It's possible. It's easier than I think it is. Tapping the side of the ribs. It's possible. It's way easier than I think it is. Tapping the side of the wrist. It's possible. It's easier than I think it is. And I really want you to get familiar with that. It's possible. It's easier than I think it is. Take a big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Tapping the side of the thumb. It's possible there is an amazing life waiting for me. Tapping the next finger. It's possible there's so much goodness coming to me. Tapping the next finger. It's possible this could be fun. It's possible I can have fun with this. Oh, ready? Yes. I really want to have fun with this. I want to enjoy my life now. I want this to be easy. It's possible it can be simple. Tapping the little finger. Now I want you to imagine what it would be like if it was super simple. I want you to imagine the next step being super simple right now, super easy. And while you're imagining it, I want you to imagine the invisible life force around you of the whole of creation, the whole intelligence of creation, the intelligence that you were birthed out of, the intelligence that you exist in this dimension, holding, guiding you from the invisible realms. Tapping the side of the hand. want you to tell me what is possible, what could be happening, what could be created through you, around you, within you. What are you open to happening? I'm open to, tell me what you're open to happening in your life, in this part of your life. I'm open to, tell me what that is. I am open to, tell me what that is. Nice. Tapping the top of the head. Okay, so I want you to imagine the most epic adventure, fairy tale, joyous, prosperous way of being now that you are being supported in from the infinite. The infinite is supporting this right now. The infinite is hearing this. The infinite is listening. The infinite is coming in because you're saying yes to it. Feel that right now. And I want you to go on a little rant and tell me what's happening in your life as a result of trusting this infinite. I am, and this is happening. And I want you to be specific around what gets to happen in your life as a result of that. I am, and this is happening, and then that happens, and then I get to do that, and then I'm moving in this way, and I do this, and this happens. Tell me all about it. Beautiful. Tapping the temples. And how does that feel when you allow that into your life? It makes me feel, what are 3 top positive emotions, positive feelings that you get to feel when you allow that in, when you allow this new way in, when you allow this new light in, when you allow that to become, when you allow that to express through you, when you allow yourself to say yes to it? It makes me feel, and go ahead and write that in the chat, and then coming back to tapping on your cheeks. It makes me feel peace, ease, and infinite joy. Sunshine. Opening and trust. Free. Lighter. Happiness, peace, calm. Underneath the nose. Excited. Expansion. Underneath the lips. Connected. Full of rainbows, connected to the chest, tapping the chest, expansive love, fully alive, orgasmic, expansive, connected, joyful, whole, confident. Say these all out loud with us, everyone together. Proud, needed, loved, excited, connected, free, true, happiness. And now say what your top 3 are. It makes me feel, what does it make you feel when you allow it in, when you allow this new way in, when you allow this new incarnation, when you allow yourself to step into the new you? It makes me feel, tell me what it makes you feel. Okay, I want you to feel all of that in your energy field right now. I want you to imagine that your whole body, your whole life, your whole energy, your whole existence is getting charged up by this energy right now. And I want you to magnify how good it feels in your whole body. Magnify the goodness by 75%. Like, wow, I'm feeling so good with this. Who I truly am. This is what I'm ready for. This is my next step. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm creating. This is what I can do with my life. Beautiful. And magnify how good that feels by 100%. Really let it expand. So good. Like bubbling with joy, bubbling with connection, tingling everywhere. So many good, beautiful moments. Feel it. Lean into all of that goodness. Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Ah. Beautiful. Let's come back to tapping on the head. I can step into what? What are you stepping into? Tell me what you're stepping into. Say it out loud. And if this new way of being, if this new way of expressing, if this new way of moving forward in your life had one word to describe it, if it had one name, what would it be? Feel that right now. Feel the vibration of it. Feel the joy of it, the strength of it, the alignment of it, the purity of it, the connection of it. Feel it in your being right now. And what is one word to describe it, to name it? And go ahead and write it in the chat and then come back to tapping with me. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Tapping the temples. This is your new name. Welcome to your new life. I am what? Tell me what that word is. This is your word. This is your new life. This is your reincarnation right now. Tapping the cheeks. I am what? Tell me what it is. I am. Tapping underneath the nose. I am. Say that word again. Tapping underneath the lips. I am. I am. Say it out loud again. Tapping the chest. I am. Yes, yes, yes. Take a big deep breath into that word. Let it expand your life. Okay, so from this place, we're going to do something fun. We're going to feel that word and we're going to allow that word to laugh through us. So I want you to imagine that you are that word, that all the textures, all of the energy of that word is you. And then we're going to laugh together. We're going to do a little laughter exercise. So you can either just go ho, ho, ha, 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 he, he, or you could actually just pretend to laugh, or you can properly laugh. But I want you to imagine that that new identity is laughing. And it's laughing at who you used to be because you've transcended that now, okay? So we're going to do this. I'm going to give everyone permission to unmute themselves. And we're going to do it for 30 seconds. Are you ready? Okay, and all over your body tapping. All right, let's go. Hey, everyone, take a long, deep breath in. Bring your arms out, hold the breath. All of the light holding your field right now, all around you, like a big ball of light. Feel that field, fill you up, like that whole bowl is filled with light. Gently bring your arms above your head so you're holding that ball. Feel that ball of light right now. Feel it all around you, filled with light. And then bring your arms around the ball like you're holding the ball all around you. Exhale slightly. Let it all out. Bring your hands into your prayer. Press your thumbs into your third eye and just rest your energy on the third eye right now. Hold that there. Feel the pressure on the third eye. Take a long, deep breath into the third eye right now. Feel the pressure. Hold the breath. Exhale, slowly bring your head up, bring your palms into prayer in front of you. Exhale, close your eyes with your hands on your chest. Feel your heart right now. Feel this space right now, right there, right where you are. Feel that energy just holding you right now. And feel into your life. Feel into the sacredness of your life. The gift of this life that you have. And that you are a gift to the world. And that your life is a gift and you are worthy of all the magic because you are a gift. And feel your life now just lighting up all around you. Feel that word that you spoke into the field, this new identity, this new you, this new energy that's coming through you. And feel into this new way of being. This next step forward that's filled with grace and joy. Taking another deep breath into the chest. And exhale with a sigh. And then just going over into the chat area and just tuning in. Let us know how you feel now. And what number are you at now? What number did you start at? And what number did you end at in terms of your intensity? Did the number go down? Did you start at a 10? Did you go down? Let us know where you're at now. 10 to a 1, 10 to a 2, 9 to a 2, 10 to a 5, 10 to a 1. Beautiful. So beautiful to see these numbers going down for everyone as we step into this new way of being, as we allow ourselves to become new together. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And tonight or today or whatever time it is for you right now, you have an invitation to take about 5 minutes after the class to write down what this new being gets to do now, and to feel into that vibrational state and to write down freehand what wants to come through your life as a result of that. All right, my love. So yes, wanted to let you all know I want to stay on for longer and longer and longer with everyone, but we do this every couple of weeks. And this is a process that you can take now with you. You're going to get this replay. You'll also get the PDF that I left for you as well. So you can do this session again and you can practice it whenever you need to do a let go, or you need to support someone through a let go. It's this simple process. It's 4 steps. So you can practice that. And I encourage you to practice it. And I encourage you to now take this new word, this new vision as your next step in incarnation. Also, what we do once a year, we've been doing a tapping certification as well, where we learn some of these deeper processes. We just finished up with our last round of certification students. And one of the pieces that we do with the students is take them through how to work with PTSD, how to work with suicide, how to work with major life changes. And this is some of the deeper work that we get to do, which I feel is super important. Many people that study tapping in other modalities may not do a lot of this deeper inner child work and inner memory work, but that's really where the roots are. So if we can pull that stuff out and really discover how to pull out those roots, then the patterns change completely and quickly and rapidly, and we can have that lasting effect versus changing things on the surface or trying to change our habits or trying to force ourselves to be a new way, when what's going on underneath is there's still those roots that need love. There's still those roots that need to be pulled out so that we can plant new seeds. And that's why I really do love tapping. We have an early bird that's going to open for our certification on July 27th. So if you do want to have more information on the program and all the things that we go through, Laurie's going to leave a link there. You can click it and sign up for the wait list. And we'll let you guys know as that starts to open up. But it's really a beautiful program. I know many of you are on your healing journey. Many of you are bringing things into your own healing practice. So if you do feel like it's something that you want to bring into your world, there are ways that we can support you doing that. And if you just want to continue sharing in this community, we're going to be here in a couple of weeks. We're going to do our next one at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll send you a link for that in the email as well. Really, really excited to continue this journey with each of you. I'm wishing you so much love on this day. And don't forget to write down that word and all your visions that come with that word, so that you can really continue to step into this new identity as you reincarnate while being alive. Love you all, and we'll see you again very soon. Sending you great, big, warm, loving hugs. Love you. Bye.